Hey, welcome back. It's the Something Something Movie Podcast. This is episode number I'm not going to say because I don't know what order we're going to post these in.
Yeah.
I'm with Tommy, as always.
Yep.
And joining us today is our special friend.
Our special friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, more than a friend. It's Obama here.
We're going to say Brett.
We're gonna say Obama. I mean Brett.
You're fucking hilarious. I'm so glad we got you on this.
Thank you.
So what are we talking about today? We're talking about our hottest, shittiest takes about movies and TV.
Yeah, just our shitty takes in general.
And on that note, we're going to talk about Tommy's shitty take of he doesn't like Uncut Gems. And Brett likes Uncut Gems. So, and I'm in the middle, so we're going to have a little movie fight kind of thing.
Yeah, it's the first time we're doing like a big old debate on the podcast. We've dabbled a bit in like arguments.
You see,
but,
I don't have the energy to debate Tommy. Tommy's just gonna say I don't like the movie because Adam Sandler is dumb. That's not what he's gonna say. But he's gonna be stupid, and I don't have the energy to debate that. So I'm just gonna sit here and tell him why I like the movie, and then if he doesn't like the movie, I'm just gonna be like, no, okay,
that's fine. And
fuck, that's my whole argument.
I'm really telling him covered it.
Wow. Fucking House of Cards.
Let's come up with another subject.
Yeah.
Stupid. Michael just doesn't know how to choose.
I don't want to choose what? Don't look at my notes.
Why can't we do your
You're
notes?
cheating. All right, let's start.
Alright, let's start. So
Let's
we're
talk about
talking about hot takes. We're going to go in this order. I'm going to go, then Brett's going to go, then Tommy's going to go, then it's going to go back to me.
Yeah.
My first hot take, I'll start with number 3. Pulp Fiction. Movie I just don't like.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I just think
it's boring. I think it's really long, and the best section is the first. Not the. Alright. Well, okay. Like, let's say the opening is great.
the
right?
beginning scene is fucking fantastic.
The opening's super cool, and then you have the part with shut your fucking mouth. The part with Mia Wallace, right? Is that her name? Uma Thurman.
Fine lady.
Oh, she. Okay.
Well, she's kind of. She has a certain.
You say qual.
Yeah, no, actually, I was gonna say that. No, seriously.
But I really like that part where she like ODs and they have to.
You like that part?
She dies. Spoiler alert.
She's not dying.
No, she does die. You haven't seen the Uncut Gems version. Uncut Gems version.
A Pulp Fiction.
But yeah, I don't know. It didn't do anything for me, and people consider it like this masterpiece of cinema.
No one ever does that.
No, people do.
No one calls it a masterpiece. Everyone who's a Pulp Fiction fan always just says it's a great movie because it is. And it's just a cult classic.
Yeah, but like, why?
So
why
do you like it so much?
Why do I like it so much? I don't know. I think Tarantino is a good boy.
I like half agree with Michael.
Oh, so he's gonna talk. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's how we do it here. There's no rules.
I like half agree with Michael. I definitely agree. I think the opening is the best scene where they kiss and then they like hold up the place and then Lou starts playing on the guitar. That's so sick. But then it kind of was just like, yeah, I like it for the rest of it, but I wasn't like
this just in. Tommy liked Lou.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Anyway. It was really cool the way they did everything out of order. Quentin Tarantino says a lot of things.
Yeah, but the thing is, I like.
Cool.
Yeah, I
that
think
was pretty cool.
He was literally just in the movie to say the M word.
Yeah,
I was cool with that. So I don't know, take what you want. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know. I thought it was an interesting movie. That was just an interesting.
The thing was, Bert, I'd agree with you on like that, the scattered narrative kind of thing, but I don't feel like there's like a good reason for it.
No, you're right. There's not. But sometimes you just gotta do it. And so it was cool to see.
All right, what's your hot take?
What's my hot take? Better Call Saul is more well written than Breaking Bad.
Wow.
It's more well written. Tommy over here has not given it the real chance that it deserves. He's only watched into the
I've watched like 18 episodes.
In the middle of season 2. I'm telling you for a fact that season 3 changes the game with it. And I think that the writing was even better even in the first and second season. But in the third season, it's really clear. It's so clear that the writing is just so much better. So I'm not saying that it's a better show. I'm saying that the writing and the way that they write the characters is far superior.
Tommy's eyes are glazed over.
Well, Tommy. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I've seen both in full. I've watched Breaking Bad 3 times. Tommy has seen it. Well, actually, I've only seen it twice. Never mind. That was exaggerating. I've seen Breaking Bad twice. I've watched all the way through Better Call Saul, 5 seasons so far. And Tommy over here has only seen 18 episodes of Better Call Saul. Hasn't seen the greatness of season 5.
I didn't like it.
I'm telling you that yes, I understand that it can get boring at times, but you have to appreciate in order to
But you have to be bored, Tommy.
Yeah,
it's part of the experience.
Well, yeah. Yes. I mean, if you're gonna watch the show, then yeah, you're gonna have to be bored. It's just the fact of watching the show.
I wasn't bored with Breaking Bad.
Okay, well, yeah, because it's an action TV show, exactly. But that's not what Better Call Saul is. Better Call Saul is a slow burn. It's a show about a lawyer, for God's sake. But I can tell you, I can say this confidently. Season 4 and Season 5 are not like the first 3 seasons. Season 3, it starts to pick up, and you start to really.
Maybe I just need a big old break from it.
You need a big old break, and then go back to it. I think if you watch Season 5, and I don't even know what they're going to do in Season 6. Season 6 might be a whole different story.
Dude, I don't know how the writing in Season 1. Remember the episode with the flower? Remember the flower in Breaking Bad? Poison.
Oh yeah.
That was such good writing. That's like the moment.
Well, that was a good twist.
But that's the moment I knew when, remember he was flipping the gun?
Yeah.
And then it was just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That was like the moment I knew, like, oh.
There's a lot of stuff I could bring up about Better Call Saul, but like you can't do it because you haven't seen it yet.
Sure. I haven't seen it either.
Michael, I already know you wouldn't like it. That's the thing.
You only like superheroes.
Yeah, I'm only like superheroes.
He's wearing a superhero mask. Alright, so my hot take. The Lobster, the movie The Lobster, it really sucks.
I figured that one was
never seen it.
It's just not good.
I've never seen it.
It's so unsettling, and it's like long, and nothing's good about it. And I just hate everything about that movie. And they try to be deep, but it's like,
what is it even about?
I think the premise is like, if you're unmarried for like 90 days or whatever, you get turned into an animal. You can like choose the
so you become a lobster.
So he's like, I want to be a lobster. But he doesn't actually spoiler, he doesn't become a lobster. It's not a big of a spoiler. Because he's like, he goes to this like resort place where he's supposed to find a mate, and everybody there is just so weird, and I hate it. I just hate it.
Yeah.
It's just like, it just feels like a bad Black Mirror episode that's like way too long. And I didn't think it was that deep. It was like, oh yeah, we like pretend to be put on a persona just to be married, and it's like, okay, cool, whatever. Maybe I'm missing something.
Do people like it? Like,
yeah, it's like people really like it. What? I mean, I don't know. I've talked to the people that I've talked to also were like, yeah, it's kind of weird. So I feel like my complaints are pretty.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And what's the other guy? The guy. What's his name? I don't know. John C. Reilly, is that his name?
Oh yeah, Jessica Barden.
Anyways,
Ben Winshaw.
Yeah.
Ben Whishaw.
But the complaints I have about the movie, they seem to be echoed by a lot of other people too, which is why I'm not like super on. But it seems like most people do like.
It's a fairly recent movie. I've never heard of this movie before you told me.
It's 2018, right? Is it?
2015.
Oh, I'm an
idiot. Absurdist dystopian black comedy film.
It's not even funny. It's just like, I don't know.
It's one of those like dark comedies, but it's like not really funny. It's just
it's just everything's so monotone that like I just don't see the humor. I don't know. Anyways, next topic.
Drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we talked about that.
We talked about that last time for a little bit, but to get more into it, I don't know. I just like scrolling through TikTok because I'm a Gen Z. Or those of you listening.
That's so funny.
Thanks, Brett. Going through TikTok, like I have these like a bunch of kids that do like film recommendations or whatever, and on like every single list I saw Drive. Like, so I was like, okay, I'll watch Drive. It's just boring, and there's like nothing that really.
The main character, like, is so bad. He's just like, we've talked about this. Like, literally, the whole personification of that character is like somebody says like a very normal thing to him.
Right.
Like,
oh my god.
I'm sorry, it's your fucking pillow. I don't want your fucking.
Get rid of the pillow, then.
It's not the pillow, it's the chair.
If you can't hear it, Brett's squeaking.
No, it's actually Tommy having vigorous sex with me. And that's the major reason. Sorry.
Alright. Yeah, no, I felt like the whole character, it was like, someone asked him on regular basis, like, oh, what are you doing today, Like, want to go for a bite? And he just sits there, doesn't say anything for like 5 seconds, and then they ask a follow-up question.
And then you should be like if you're the other person in that scenario talking to Ryan Gosling, you should be like, this guy's a fucking like sociopath, like
he is a sociopath. Not Ryan Gosling, but the character.
I know, but like immediately you should be like, Yeah, Ryan Gosling is though.
Yeah, it was really weird.
But like immediately, if you're talking to that character, you should be like, "Oh, I don't want anything to do with this character." And somehow there's a romance, and I don't get what she sees in him. Like I get that he's like, he's like good with her kid or something.
Yeah.
But like,
and he could drive fast.
He's also a psycho, and he like kills someone in the elevator. Yeah. Spoiler alert, which is a good scene, but
it's just not good.
Yeah, it's just I was so disappointed because I was expecting everyone's like, oh, it's like this neon kind of like super cool underground like crime movie.
And then I just hate the part that they're like, oh yeah, it's like a driving movie for like a really long time, and then they're just like, oh wait, there's also monsters in it, guys.
Yeah,
and it's like, just stop.
I'm still thinking another hot take, Tommy.
All right, Tommy, you go with the other one.
This is my second hot take. Is that not only is Lego Star Wars better, not only is Lego Star Wars better than the Star Wars movies, but it's much better. It is like astronomically. I just prefer the Lego Star Wars video games, or even just like the building up Lego Star Wars stuff. Lego Star Wars is a thing. It's just so much better. So much better.
I haven't played Lego Star Wars since like.
Neither have I. And I just have so many more fond memories.
I mean, yeah, obviously you have more fond memories.
But even like,
you don't really like the
Star
Wars movies that much.
No, which is why. But I just remember really fondly having. I like the idea of Star Wars, and I think a lot of that stems from Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, like I think I only ever played the prequel one. Like I don't think I played the original trilogy.
I played Complete Saga.
Yeah,
which is a good one.
See, I don't even know if I bought it, but like I just remember ending up with a copy of PS2 Lego Star Wars, the first one, and I played that a lot. So I can't say I agree because like.
I just, the way I think about it is like, if I had only seen the movies and never played Lego Star Wars, I probably wouldn't care about Star Wars that much. But the whole Star Wars universe is so memorable to me, and I think it's just because of Lego Star Wars.
I'll pay for the new one.
Oh yeah, Skywalker Saga.
Yeah.
That'll be really fun.
I love it. I love Lego games. I just recently 100%ed Lego Incredibles and Lego DC Super Villains.
Yeah, I'm not that huge of like a... I don't go into Lego games that much, but I just really like Lego Star Wars. I had Lego Indiana Jones too.
You're a simp.
Yeah, sorry.
Do you have another one?
Yeah, I sure do. I have a couple in my head. What do you want to do? Alright.
Do as many as you want, King.
Alright.
You're the guest.
Yeah.
Fuck our show.
Treat you.
Okay. I'm gonna do two movies that I'm gonna do two movies. I'm gonna name two movies that I think are very good production wise, just in terms of how well produced they are.
Okay.
Number one, the best produced movie I've ever seen in my entire life, and I'm kind of biased, is Rocketman. 100%.
You're a big Elton John guy.
I'm a big Elton John fan, but I didn't even particularly like the story that much.
Yeah.
I didn't even really like. I mean, Taron Egerton. Yeah, he was great at actor. I didn't even think he was the best choice for Elton John. I'm not really honest. But
who would have been better?
Who would have been better? I don't fucking know. But
he's not the best choice.
The best. I don't know who would be better.
Who's the best choice?
I don't know. I just didn't feel like he fit the vibe all that well. He was just very like.
I like him.
He's very sweaty.
So why was it? I'm pretty sweaty.
Is Elton John not sweaty?
Not really. He's old now, so yeah. But back then he was less sweaty.
How do you know? Do you know him personally?
I don't know. Fuck off. Anyway, it's the best produced movie I've ever seen.
Okay.
Like that is no cap. That is.
And why is that? Give us some examples.
Just the choreography and the covers alone. The choreography was amazing. It was just beautiful.
Because to me, what sticks out is like
the
scene
colors.
where he jumps into the pool.
That too.
And sinks to the bottom. That kind of stuff, and it was like
the style, and I'm not even gonna get to that. Just the choreography in general, the dancing, and the colors and the costumes, beautiful.
Yeah,
they're beautiful, and the way they made Taron Egerton look like Elton John was fucking amazing. He looked just like him.
I know.
He looked just fucking like him.
Well, it's
amazing.
Did you see Bohemian Rhapsody?
I've seen parts of it on cable. Because I've just seen a lot of clips of it.
Because you watch that movie. which is also directed by.
I should watch that though.
But
one's a musical.
I watched that I saw that in 2018 or whatever, and I was like, that's pretty good, But then you watch Rocket Man, and you're like, oh, that's just Bohemian Rhapsody, but like done.
Bohemian Rhapsody wasn't a musical.
That's what I mean, though.
Rocket Man is a musical. Rocket Man is a musical, and it fucking kills it. It could honestly be on Broadway. I'm honestly convinced because of how much music is there, and how amazing the music is. Let's get to that. The covers, the Yellow Brick Road cover. Sometimes I prefer to listen to that over the original. The covers are just amazing.
Yeah,
their voices they're great. It's just everything's just great about the production. What else?
I really liked it when I saw it, and like I said, I'm gonna keep comparing it to Bohemian Rhapsody because it's like
they both come out very close to each other.
But it's like Rami Malek's just lip syncing.
Well, yeah,
and that's not all that impressive.
They're all singing. It's all just
I can't think of a scene in Bohemian Rhapsody that's that memorable besides the Live Aid scene.
But that's the thing that everybody talks about. There's like, oh,
it's a Live Aid scene.
Literally all the takes I've heard about Bohemian Rhapsody is, yeah, it's okay, but the Live Aid scene was really good. It's like, yeah, it was really good. but that was it.
Every music scene in Rocket Man, it just blew me away. Everything was just great. Everything was so well shot. The lighting was great. The music was amazing. The choreography was great. The costume design was amazing. The makeup was great. Everything was just great.
No slapping. I got in trouble the other day for slapping the table.
Yeah, you can see the spike from where Brett just did that.
What else was good in terms of production? Directing was fine. Acting was very good. I wouldn't say it was amazing, but the acting was very good. Taron Egerton was very good. Bernie Taupin, whoever played him.
Tommy's grabbing the fucking hard drive with his toes.
What's his name? Who's the guy that plays Jesse Eisenberg? Is that his name?
No, not Jesse Eisenberg.
Are you
talking about Richard Madden?
No, not Richard Madden.
Jesse McCartney.
No, the guy who plays fucking Bernie Taupin.
Paul McCartney.
The guy who plays Bernie Taupin.
Ringo.
Oh, I don't remember.
The wormy dude.
Let's pull it up.
Anyway, that guy, he was very good. His parents were pretty good. Richard Madden.
Have you seen it more than once?
No, I've not. I want to though, but I listened to all the music again, and my opinion does not change. And I've watched all the choreography scenes again, and my opinion does not change.
Oh. Yeah. Jamie Bell.
Jamie Bell, that's his name. Yeah, he was very good. Richard Madden was, of course, very good.
Yeah.
But I mean, the acting other than that, him as a kid was okay. The kid singers were very good. Other than that. But it was just a solid movie overall.
Well,
if you're just looking at it in terms of music and production and the spectacle that it was supposed to be, it just encapsulates Elton John perfectly. Yeah. And it was just a great movie. It was so fun. It was kind of heavy at times, actually very heavy at times. But all the stuff just made it enjoyable.
I was surprised. Nice. I was surprised that it didn't get much Oscar recognition at all.
I mean, I don't blame it just because I know that it was kind of cheesy and the story was very.
But Bohemian Rhapsody was more cheesy in that.
I haven't seen it, so I can't speak on it. But I don't disagree.
I don't remember a lot about it. I just remember like not being
blown away by it.
Oh,
not even that. I wasn't even
another movie that I think is the most underrated movie in terms of production value that I don't hear anyone talking about really. Probably because it glorified a horrible person. What's The Greatest Showman? Greatest Showman, about P.T. Barnum.
My cousin worked on that movie.
I don't know who that is.
P.T. Barnum, he's the mayor of Bridgeport, right down the street. He was the circus guy, Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
sucked.
He was an awful person. He was a racist. He was a
hates elephants.
Yeah, he started with a horrible circus and they abused animals. Even back then, even more hard. They killed animals. But they glorified him in this movie, The Greatest Showman, about him. And it shows him how he met Tom Thumb, who's also buried at the same cemetery he got buried at.
You seem like you like biopics.
Or like Tom Finger.
I really don't. No, I'm just his biopics are just what have good production value. I don't know. I'm just talking about movies with good production value. And this movie, no one talks about The Greatest Showman having good production value. And if you put aside all that horrible stuff, it was so well produced.
Yeah.
The music was beautiful. The colors, are you kidding me? Hugh Jackman? Take me away! I love you. It was just so nice. And there was also this one scene, a couple scenes where they glorify P.T. Barnum as being like this wholesome man, and there's this temptress trying to tempt him away from his wife. When in reality, he was like basically raping her. Behind his wife's back too. So not only was he cheating, he was also straight up raping someone.
Oh
so that was really. maybe rape is, I don't know, but I know that he was doing some.
It was not okay.
Sexual misconduct. Yeah. Let's just say that. It was not good. So
in case P.T. Barnum is listening.
Yeah, in case P.T. Barnum and his family, Mr. and Mrs. Barnum, the Barnum family,
and the elephants,
and the elephants. The movie was other than that. I mean, if you just look at it as a movie instead of that, it was the music and the dancing and Hugh Jackman, and my heart swelled with joy because it was just so. It also told a very very uplifting story about being anyone you want to be. I don't know. It was just very happy. And it was a very awesome.
You know what other movie does that? Quick plug. Peanuts movie. Now on Disney Plus. People need to stop pretending that movie doesn't exist.
What
movie?
It's
really good. The Peanuts movie.
Oh, the Peanuts movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a big stupid guy.
I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, not many people do. But it's quite good. So my last one here, Tommy. I'm sorry, but
yeah, I know what it's gonna be.
It's Spirited Away. Tommy, do you have another one you could talk about?
Don't worry about it after. Talk about Spirited Away.
Okay, Spirited Away is just. No, I just didn't. It's so. It was the first time where like a movie had that high rating, where it's like the letterbox is like 4.4 or something crazy
4.4.
like that, and like. It's like everyone's like, oh, this is the most beautiful movie I've ever seen. I sobbed through the entire thing. Like I just love it so much. It's like all this innocent fun and creative world. And I was watching it and I was like, I feel like I don't have a pulse right now. I feel like I'm gonna fucking keel over and die because I was just so. I don't know. I just thought it was really like it was really pretty, right? Like everything was beautiful and the whole world was really imaginative. But I just felt like the story just like wasn't there. Like, it didn't make any sense to me, the resolution at the end. And it didn't make any sense to me that, like, I forget her name. Do you remember?
Well, it's Chihiro and like, she's given the name Sen.
Yeah, so, like, Chihiro is, like, it would just be, like, she goes into a room and she asks the person, like, oh, how do I get home? And they're like, okay, you need to do this. And she's like, okay. And she goes to another area and they're like, no, you need to do this first. And then she goes, and she does that and they're like, okay, you need like this magic thing for this, and then the magic thing crashes through the fucking window or something, and it's like, oh, here's the like. It just felt like everything was so easy, and I didn't feel like there was a lot of struggle for that.
I can see your point. I was originally like super high on Spirited Away the first time I saw it, and I think back to it, I'm like, still like it. It's not like great or whatever. I mean, it is great, but I'm not like as high as I was.
Yeah.
I think the important part about this take is that like I feel like this is kind of dampened your opinion on Studio Ghibli films.
Yeah, well, the only other one I've seen is Grave of the Fireflies,
which is amazing.
Yeah, it's good, but yeah, I think it just might be a stylistic thing for me.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know. I still think at one point you should try Howl's Moving Castle because the soundtrack
will be on my watch list for the next 5 years.
The soundtrack is and it's such a cute little story. Real nice, very imaginative.
Wait, I don't know. Do you like Spirited Away?
I watched it one time in 5th grade.
Nice.
Wait, really?
Yes.
In like school?
Yeah, in school. My teacher put it on, and I just laughed at it all day with my friend. I just laughed at it. Well, I didn't understand what the hell he was doing putting it on for 5th graders. No one understood that shit. And we were just sitting there, and we were just laughing at how many times she fell down. I think we counted it. I think it was like a total of 15 times that fucking.
Tommy, do you have another one?
I don't have another one.
Okay, Brett, you don't have any more?
Do I have another one? I do have a quick plug.
I can think of another one.
I have a quick plug. One of my more recent movies that not more recent. I guess it's been a year and a half. But a recent movie that I watched that is very near and dear to me. All these movies are very near and dear to me, which is, I don't know, that's kind of shameless. But
Shades Freed.
It's I
should have talked about that in favorite movie experience.
I do like Dakota Johnson very much for various reasons, but the movie is Shin Godzilla.
Oh,
you guys, I don't know if Michael seems like
oh yeah,
I've heard of it.
Didn't it come out like recently?
It came out in 2016. It's the first Japanese, not the first Japanese, but it's the first Godzilla movie produced by Toho since the original. Or since, I don't know about the original, since a long time. I don't know if it's since the original, it's been since a long time. Toho hasn't produced Or is it Soho? Is that what it is? Soho? Or what is it? What's the company?
Han Solo.
No, it's not Soho. So that's South of Houston. What's not Soho. What's
Soto?
No, it's not Soto. It's okay, we're looking at the movie.
Soda.
It's
Sody Pop.
Oh shit. What's it?
Go to studios.
Let's see.
Toho.
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 It's Toho. So
that's the little black dog from the movie.
Yeah, Toho. Oh my god, I sound like an asshole. Yeah, Toho. It's the first one produced by Toho for a really long time. And they come back and they fucking kill it. It's so good. It's my favorite Godzilla movie.
I think it's the best.
I think it's the best one. I mean, you can argue with the original, but let's be honest, movies back then don't hold a fucking candle to movies today. This one was fucking just amazing.
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
So good. I'm such a big Godzilla fan. I watched all the shitty ones.
Have you ever played a Godzilla video game?
I have not.
Dude, I had this one on the GameCube called Godzilla Destroy All Monsters.
I had that!
Yeah, you literally just fucking battled each other. It was so cool. There's like a story mode too, and you end up on the mothership against Mechagodzilla.
And my only Godzilla content is the 2014 movie and the 2019 movie.
Okay, so let me talk about those. The first one, I don't know. The American studios have not got it completely right yet. You had 1998 was just a fucking stinker. It was just a poopy butt monster. I did like that it destroyed kind of half of New York City, but it was just such a shitty ass movie.
Yeah.
Then you go to 2014. Fast forward to 2014.
Was that the next one?
That was the next one, produced by an American studio. Not produced by an American studio, but produced like a real blockbuster movie. Okay, it's 1998. That was like, I think that premiered, like the trailer for that premiered during the Super Bowl or something crazy, like a national TV event.
Right.
Might have been New Year's or something like that. Everyone was hyped for it, and then they showed the design and found out that it was a woman and it laid eggs, and they were like, "What is this thing? It's just a dinosaur." Not that it's bad as a woman. It was just kind of an odd choice to make it lay eggs and have those babies hatch. It was just very odd.
Okay, so
cool movie nonetheless.
What's the deal with 2014?
Okay, so 2014, it was a good movie, solid movie, good acting. It honestly a serviceable plot with great action. The only problem is Godzilla is in it for 14 fucking minutes.
Yeah, I remember that. But I don't know if you had this issue.
2-hour movie.
I don't know if you had this issue.
Was it Barry Bobby Brown in the movie?
No, that was the second one. That's the one that I have more issues with. Oh, actually, I have the same amount of issues with it, just because it kind of levels itself out. So let's just talk about the pros here with the first one. The pros: action, actual characters, and serviceable plot. Yeah. Those are the pros. Cons: no fucking Godzilla. lack of
considering
action.
The movie's called Godzilla.
Literally just Godzilla.
In the 2019 movie. Great action, great effects, amazing fights that'll make your head spin. It was just crazy, cool shit. You haven't seen that since like the early 2000s with the Destroy All Monsters or whatever the fuck it was. The King of Monsters. I don't know what the fuck it was. Godzilla 2000. I don't remember all the names because there's so many and they're all the same. But that movie it had so much more Godzilla. They actually listened to the audience. Said, "All right, you want Godzilla? We're going to give you a whole shit ton more on Godzilla." Then. The cons of that movie, everything that was right with the first movie in terms of plot and characters.
The characters in the second one, I think, are so awful.
They're so bad.
Like, and there's like the dad, Millie Bobby Brown's like dad, and they're like having a divorce or some shit.
Right, I don't even understand this. It's not even worth talking about.
No, I know, but I'm saying like
it's just
the first one I remember. I really like Aaron Taylor Johnson.
And then his wife is
Elizabeth
Olsen.
And then they play
I'm so like dumb today.
And then they play brother and sister in Age of Ultron.
Oh yeah,
watch them make out in this movie.
I didn't want. Yeah,
nice.
But, so like, I don't know. It shouldn't like take away that much from the movie. But when you're watching those scenes with the humans in it, it takes away so much. It takes away so much from the flow of the movie.
That's the thing. It
takes so much joy out.
I remember it's got these beautiful visuals. Like there's the part where Mothra like takes her wings out and it's like gorgeous. And there's this part where like, is it Ghidorah, the one with 3 heads, lands on this thing and you see like the Christian cross, which is like, okay, it's obvious symbolism, but like it's just a nice shot.
It's a great shot.
And then it's like you're cutting from that to like.
Millie Bobby Brown running.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown running, or like some military general being like, "Damn it, we're not in the right area."
It's like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I don't want to see this.
And all the stuff that's like not involving the monsters
is horrible.
The effects wise, I thought looked like shit because like obviously the whole budget went to making the monsters look good. Right. So it's like, and I'm also not a Godzilla. Like Brett shills for Godzilla the way I shill for Marvel and DC.
Not really, because I haven't seen all of them. I'm not a big stan.
He's not wearing a Godzilla mask.
I have a lot of nostalgia from watching when I was little.
Yeah, but you would definitely like.
I don't know everything about Godzilla. It's like I don't know the whole.
Fair enough, but I'm saying like. In terms of like a big budget franchise like that you're really connected to, like you don't give a fuck about Star Wars, you don't give a shit about Marvel.
Okay, fine. I guess Godzilla is the closest then. Okay, so anyway, back to Shin Godzilla. After all that, also we're gonna see what comes out with this Kong versus Godzilla movie, which I'm very interested for because it seems like in the second
I did not like Skull Island,
and I loved Skull Island. I adored that movie like very much so.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're making like a monsterverse for Godzilla and King Kong. It's so interesting to see that they're doing that with the monsters, and I like the direction they're taking this because they're actually making something interesting out of it instead of making these one-off fucking. It looks like spaghetti. Like it's the equivalent of a spaghetti western for American Godzilla movies. With the early ones they were doing, they're actually making a franchise out of it. And I think that's pretty cool. Say what you want about the what they're doing, but like I think it's interesting.
Sure.
So I'm excited to see that movie, but so far the American studios have not gotten it perfect yet.
And Shin Godzilla does.
And Shin Godzilla, Toho just comes out and is like, all right, we're gonna make a Godzilla movie, and they knock it out of the park. The story is like.
Is it on like Netflix or something?
No, I pirated it. Oh shit! Blur that out. FBI. But the story actually makes sense. There's so much. It actually makes almost too much sense. There's so much stuff that goes on in it. You're just like, yeah, that would happen in the real world. Like that actually would happen. There's some things I'll say. I'm sure, like this is like one of the most critiqued things about the movie. But there's this woman in it, and she is a clear Japanese born and bred woman, and if she's playing the role of a Japanese American citizen who wants to be president one day, who's the daughter of a senator.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to be American, but she's obviously not, and her accent very much takes you out of it. Mm. She speaks as good as English as she can, but it sounds like the producers kind of just forced her into this role of being this American citizen. And she didn't want to be it. She didn't want to be it. She always talks about how embarrassed she is about it. So I don't like discredit her for that. But at the same time, those scenes where she's talking and you're supposed to take her seriously as an American, it's very hard to stay in the scene. It's very like, okay, this is kind of interesting.
So did you know that going in, or is that something you
No,
know?
I found out after I watched it. I just noticed, I was like, wait, so she's supposed to be American, but she has a clear Japanese accent when she's speaking. She does not speak that great of English. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So I looked it up, and apparently she's very embarrassed by the whole thing where she had to speak English. But she did the best she could, and she did very well. But like, it's just at the same time, it was very hard to stay in the movie when she's doing that. Right. But not that it's her fault. It's it's just kind of like, But it was just such a great movie. There were some moments that'll just make you go, wow. There's a lot of dead air. Not a lot, but there's some dead air. But the action scenes, the visuals are crazy. The way that Godzilla's even modeled is not even all that great. But when they zoom out and they have these crazy like explosions and awesome shit, it's so cool. And the design of Godzilla is also very, very cool. So just a great movie all around. It actually won the equivalent of
Tommy. You look like you're so into Godzilla right now.
Well, yeah, that's me sitting here when you guys are fucking talking about Spirited Away or Drive or whatever the fuck you're talking about. So anyway, just to wrap it up, it won Japan's version of Best Picture. Oscars. Okay. Oh, so it also the way that the first movie is supposed to mimic the dropping of the atomic bomb is supposed to be an allegory to that. This movie is an allegory to the earthquake, the meltdown, the nuclear meltdown. So it obviously holds a special place in Japanese people's hearts, and I thought it was just a very cool movie. Very
very cool.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right, let's argue about Uncut Gems.
Okay, thank God.
All right, so how are we gonna do this? Like, you gonna mediate, or we're just gonna?
I'm gonna mediate a little bit. I have my own points to say, but I'm not gonna really interfere with you guys unless I agree.
All right.
So the way we'll do this, Tommy, let's hear your opening statement.
All right. Well, so I don't really care about Adam Sandler. It's like, I guess I don't like him, but I went into this movie kind of excited because everybody was telling me, oh, this is like Adam Sandler's breakout role. Like, he really killed it. So I honestly went into this movie, like, kind of hoping to like it. Started watching it, and started noticing that the entire movie is just yelling. That's it. That is literally it. It's like.
But what's the problem with that?
It's just all yelling, and that's just there's no substance to it. It's like there's no.
Hold on, Brett.
I feel like there was no like good progression with Adam Sandler's character. What Harold is his name? Harold, something like that. Harry.
Howie.
Howard. I feel like
Harold.
I feel like there is no like, usually when you have a character in a movie, you could see like a decent amount of change or something, good happens, and there's some, you can see some good stuff going on with that character. Nothing happens with Harold, Howie. And I don't know, I just hated his character. He was so unlikable.
Yeah.
I didn't think anybody was likable in that movie.
Okay.
Every 5 seconds, he was just saying, "KG, where's my rock? KG!" And that was it. He was screaming that like every 5 seconds. His little thug buddies were like beating him up after he started yelling at KG. Right. Then after that happens, he would get into a fight with his wife. And then he would get back into getting beat up, and then he would yell at KG some more. Then he's like, "I gotta make my bets." Right. And then that's it. That's the whole movie. And it's like, I just don't feel like I got anything of value out of the movie.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It came out. It was already
okay.
It was dangling.
All right, Brett. Well, give us your.
Okay.
Why is it good?
Tommy is completely exaggerating. Tommy is just literally. It's all hyperbole with him right now.
Here we go.
All
right. Now we got an episode.
Yeah, the ad hom start. Okay.
It was the what? The ad hominem?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not ad hominem. I'm not making personal attacks. I'm saying that you're making all hyperbole, which you are. You're just saying that he's yelling every second of the movie. It's not true. There are plenty.
Okay. What are the odds? What are the odds? If
Hold on, you can't interrupt his opening statement.
Yeah, true.
Brett, give us
not all yelling.
What's great about the movie?
What's great about the movie?
Yes.
I think that the directing style of it really does create anxiety with it, and I think that I had a lot of fun with it. I think at the end of the day, it's a fake movie, and I think that the fact that these fucking Safdie brothers, whatever the fuck their names are, make me sitting there on my bed watching this on a laptop feel that much anxiety. I think that's kind of cool. I think it's a very cool experience. I thought that Adam Sandler was great. I thought his acting was great. Everyone's acting was amazing. Personally, as a sports guy and as a half Jew, I found everything very funny with the whole Jewish aspect of it. Also being based in New York, also having sports centered around it, and sports betting, and having Mike Francesa in it, who I listened to all the fucking time with my dad. I've listened to him since I was a kid. I thought I just got a kick out of it. I thought it was just a great time.
Right. Speaking of great time, if you like this movie, you should check out Good Time.
Okay.
What's Good Time?
Same director.
Okay. I'm trying to.
Come on, actually.
I thought that. I thought the visuals were really good. I thought the shots were really good. I thought. I don't know. I just thought everything was just really good with how the characters interacted with each other. I thought it was just really interesting to see this guy self-destruct.
Right.
I think that the ending really was a poignant ending, and I thought that. Can we do spoilers?
To keep doing non-spoilers, we're gonna do.
Okay. I thought that the ending really created a lot of what's the word? Contrast between the rest of the movie. The movie is just all action, all yelling, and then the end it's just wow, all that for nothing. And I thought that was really cool. And people can say that that's dumb because they can, but I think that I thought it was just a really interesting ending choice.
So,
and there's a lot of nitpicky, not nitpicky, but there's a lot of specific symbolism stuff that I can go into, but I'm not going to do it just because I don't know, it's all subjective. We're talking about movies.
It is. So to kind of mediate here, I see where both of you are coming from. I do side a bit more with Brett because, Tommy, I think a lot of it is just down to personal taste that you aren't enjoying this. The movie is designed to be stressful and overstimulating and upsetting and annoying.
Well, I will say that one thing is we can agree that we're both fans of Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is Brad is
Breaking Brad. Oh, we're Breaking Brad. Oh no, he's sad.
Breaking Bad is
you
also
him. You named him Brad.
Then you totaled it.
You broke bad. What? Is it bad?
You broke bad. You sold meth.
So,
to fix your car.
You like Breaking Bad?
No, so Breaking Bad.
Say it, God damn it.
is something that's it's like super stressful and like you're on the edge of your seat the entire time. And I like a ton of movies that are like that, where they make me on my seat and I feel stressed out.
They're all
the problem is I wasn't stressed out with Uncut Gems. It was just people yelling at each other. And I just feel like there are better ways to go about creating stress for an audience than yelling. And like, I don't know.
But I mean, what's the thing that causes, the most stress for you the quickest?
I I think part of it, I think, I guess you're right about personal taste. I just found Howie to be so unlikable that I didn't care what happened to him, so I wasn't stressed out.
I did think that was the point, but you're also, like, it's a weird kind of unlikable where you're like, holy fuck, if I met this guy in real life, I think I would fucking hate him. But
no, I just was like, I just hate his character.
What about Walter? Was he likable?
No. Yeah, he was really likable.
Walter like the dog?
I liked him.
No, Walter White.
Yeah, I know. It's still Walter the dog.
I thought Walter and Jesse were very likable characters.
What? Walter is an evil man. What are you talking about?
Well, later on he becomes evil, but like in the first few seasons you could see where he's coming from. Like he just wants to make ends meet.
No, that's never what it was about though. You can see from the start that that's never what it was about. You can see that he's trying to frame it that way, but that's not what it's about.
Yeah, I know he says that at the end, but I feel like because at the end, we're gonna be spoiled. But like at the end, he like comes to the idea that that was what he loved doing, and you can't figure out that you love doing something until you do it a bunch of times. He didn't love being a meth addict before he became one. He wanted to because he wanted to provide for his family. Meth addict, yeah, making meth.
Making meth.
Oh god, this Breaking Bread is really killing me. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was, I don't know, like I like a bunch of suspenseful movies, and I didn't find this. Sure, it's like I didn't find this good.
Okay. All right, we're gonna do spoilers from here on out. So, some of the stuff I have that I like, Adam Sandler's great. No.
Yeah.
I think. Do you not think he's really good in this movie? Because I think this movie sold me a lot.
I mean, I think he did a really good job acting. I just don't like his character, so it's like hard for me to say like, yeah, he did a great job.
Yeah.
I can
see
he
play the role of a Jew from New York? Did he not play that perfectly? Because I think he fucking nailed it.
Sure.
Like a Jew.
Damn it, Tommy! You always touch. I don't know what it is. It's like you just always want to touch the table.
He played a Jew gambler from New York with a thick accent. Mm-hmm. He was just the worst kind of person in the whole world.
You just take the table.
That was the handle of the table.
And I think he played it really well. And I think I don't think there's anyone who could play it better.
Well, I think so. Adam Sandler. Before this, I fucking hated because everything he was in was just fucking awful. And
hey, Grown Ups was good.
No, it wasn't.
I love Grown Ups.
It was good when I was like 12 and I liked to laugh at like farm jokes.
Dude, Grown Ups was so funny.
Poop in the
He never did that in that movie.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Oh,
but
come on.
You know what? I think I can make a shot in the dark.
Shop and
stop. But so everything else I've seen him in, I fucking hated him in, and I didn't think his stand-up was funny, and I didn't think like
he's not a funny guy. Yeah,
he is a funny. He's a very.
And seeing him in this really sold me on him as a serious actor, and kind of like how like Jim Carrey used to be a serious actor.
Sure. Yeah.
Not like serious, but like he was in the Truman Show. He was in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
He could do some good stuff.
He could do really good stuff when he's being dramatic, and I felt like that kind of same thing with Adam Sandler. It's like I don't want to see him go back to being like me, like. Yeah. So he was great, and I thought what was really interesting was like the family element,
Yeah.
Him with his ex-wife and how he wants to, get back with her, but then he doesn't.
Well, he didn't really want to. He just needed to be companion at all times. That's what we see.
Sure, but I just thought it was interesting his relationship with his kids when he brings the kid up to his apartment. He's like,
he
doesn't want him, so he makes him poop in the neighbor's house or whatever. Like I really like that, and that's one of my criticisms. Like I kind of wanted more stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like I think the betting stuff was super interesting and super stressful. But I don't know. I thought that stuff was interesting, and I would have liked more of it. Also, I really like how it opens with a colonoscopy.
Oh, that was just it's so enclosed in claustrophobia. That's what it's supposed to symbolize.
Right.
It's supposed to symbolize claustrophobia and like I don't know. risk.
Right.
He could, like, there was a whole thing about him having colon cancer in his line.
Right.
In his family line. So it's like, is he gonna die? And then finds out, oh no, he's fine. But then there's more shit.
Right.
That's it.
Literally.
And especially because, like, he does fucking die, but he doesn't, like, die.
He fucking gets murked.
I know. So that's another thing. I really there's a bunch of memes about, like, I forget what the exact timestamp is, but it's like 2 hours, 51 minutes, and however many seconds in Uncut Gems. It's like a happy face, and then like 2 hours, 51 minutes, and 22 seconds, and it's like a sad face. Because, like, it's so quick. It's just like, it's such a.
I will say, it was very unexpected.
And I thought that was so cool. How it was like, he opens it, he's like, he fucking dies immediately. Like, I thought that was such a good, like, shocking moment.
It was good and shocking, but I didn't really. I mean, I guess I understand why it happened because the guy who was trapped in the thing is like a wacko.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand why he killed the other guy, Arno.
Because Arno was taking too long. Everyone's taking too long. Everyone's like, I'll wait on, hold on, I'll get you the stuff. And Arno's doing the same thing. Arno's like, oh my god, you just killed my brother-in-law, for fuck's sake. He's like, oh, hold on, let me do it. And he's just like, yeah, fuck this, just fucking die. I'm done with doing this shit.
Only thing I really liked is this is kind of true in Good Time as well. The music, Uncut Gems, the sound, not the sound.
Oh yeah,
very synthy, very like.
Yeah, when he gets shot, and then like the whole synth thing.
Not
and they show him like zooming out.
Not like a personal thing I like or whatever listen to, but works really well for the environment they're creating.
I would personally choose it, but I understand why he did. I get it. It makes sense. Like, it is not out of place.
Also, I felt like it was a bit long. I don't actually remember how long it was, but I remember at the time thinking it was pretty long.
Oh, one thing I'm wondering. What are the odds, like, if you skip to a random part in Uncut Gems, there will be somebody arguing? I think it's got to be at least 1 out of 10.
I feel like that's even a little generous. Like,
yeah,
that's like 1 out of 6 or something like that.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the movie. Cried. Can we talk about Julia Fox and how magnificent and lovable I love her?
Yeah, you can talk about that.
I love her.
What's it?
I love her. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Also, I just thought it was fun how in the climax when Julia Fox's character, whose name I don't remember, is in the casino.
The guy, the penthouse guy.
Yeah, weirdo guy.
Yeah. Well, that scene too, but I'm talking about how the audience is also watching the game while the characters are watching the game, and you're like, oh, I thought, and then it's like, that's why it's such a good transition from when it's like, oh, we won, oh my god, and then he's immediately shot, and it's like.
We also talk about the choice of the guy coming down from the penthouse with the bags of money that he got from the teller window.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about how we all thought that he was in on the whole thing?
Yeah.
Can we all talk about that? How the directors intentionally fucking did that? Absolutely, no question about his stoic face.
Yeah.
But then he gets to the car and you're like, there's just more anxiety. You're like, oh no, she's dead too. And then you're like, oh no, she's fine.
Yeah. Ultimately, it's I don't know. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle between you guys because I've been kind of praising this movie more than I've been shitting on it. But in terms of personal enjoyment, I'm just like kind of down the middle. I liked watching it, but I don't really have any desire to watch it again. And I think that kind of says a lot when that's the case.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I don't know. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think part of it is like I view this movie as like, when you know those kind of people that are always arguing or complaining about something. Yeah. And after a while, it gets so draining that you just want to like be away from them. Like, why am I even friends with them in the first place? Every time the Last Jedi comes up. That's kind of how I feel about this movie. After a while, I'm like, why am I even watching this? If like the entire time I'm just irritated by it. Mm-hmm. And like I could see some good stuff in it. I never said it was like directed badly or whatever. I just big ol' not for me. I don't like it. And yeah,
my fans do fucking nuts.
You had it fucking behind me. That's why.
Well, I was pointing it towards like.
Oh, thanks. Gee, thanks. My chair got a nice little cool breeze.
I guess you could say that's our first fan.
It's our only fan.
I'm gonna jump off the bridge.
So what are we at here?
I hope the viewers like this. If you have any.
You movie will my dad? Stop! Jesus!
I'm talking about that.
What? I'm literally. You can.
I said I hope the viewers like this at home if they hear.
Oh, and then you did that. That was hilarious.
Yes, thank you.
You're right. That was a good bit. I'm sorry. So what are we at here? We're at just about 53 minutes. So we're chilling. Ultimately, Tom, I'm giving it a thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs down. I guess if you like people yelling at each other, then I can understand why you like this movie.
I fucking love it.
I love when people yell at each other.
You know when you're in a restaurant and there's a couple that's clearly in turmoil? Oh, I
It's
love
so
it.
nice.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
It really, there's no tension at
That
all.
and the sound of Uncut Gems. That's what I want.
Whenever my parents are fighting, I just get a glass and I go up to the door and I'm like, I just love to listen to you fucking verbally berate each other. Yeah, Brett, thumbs up, thumbs down.
That's what we do. That's our thing.
That's what we do,
Thumbs up,
yeah.
thumbs down.
If you want to say love it or hate it, that's fine too. It's kind of,
You know,
kind of
probably did disagree a lot in this episode,
Thumbs
but
up.
maybe one time when we talk about Last Jedi, you can come on. And we can
No, we're not doing that.
I don't have enough opinion on that shitty ass movie. to talk about
That sounds
it.
like a lot of an opinion.
Well, I don't have really much of an opinion on Star Wars in general, but I just know that movie was just dog poopy. It was not good.
Yeah.
It was a badge.
Yeah, you haven't even seen the original movies anyway.
For you.
I've seen Last Hope. I've seen
Last Hope.
Last Hope. What the fuck it is?
The Last
New
Hope.
I know
The
it's
Last Hope.
The Last Hope.
Michael, for you, actually, Last Jedi is as good as Uncut Gems.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah,
problem.
Yeah, it's supposed
Yeah.
to
I don't like that. Don't like that very much. Michael.
Sorry, Brett.
For me, though,
But
I
I think
can
both
see that.
movies are just okay.
I could see that because I think both movies suck.
Yeah, Tommy said we're in agreement.
Yeah, we're in agreement. They're about the same.
So, what the fuck was I just saying? Brett, we'll have to have you on another time. So we'll do Rocket Man or something.
Yeah, we can rock.
You could go off on that. I mean, go off in a good way. Suck and stick. Or we can do a bad movie.
Or we watch Shin Godzilla.
Oh, Shin
Oh,
Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla would be a good one because I
I
haven't
have so
seen
much
good
to say
Godzilla.
about that movie. I have so much to say about that movie, so I don't know.
See you next time.
Yeah,
Or the houses.
in case you're wondering where we all go to college.
The housing discussion.
Wait, don't say your address.